Greetings, loyal subscribers and honoured guests. So it's time for the fourth and final part of my June pickups now, because we're getting on towards August already. So yeah, there's just one more pile of stuff to show you, which is all Xbox related. It's either Xbox One, Series X, or Xbox 360. No original Xbox this time, but yeah, so I've got 7 games to show this time. So let's get started. So a couple of recent games to start with. I've got Grid Legends. There's the cat again. Let's just wait for him to move on. Off you go, kitty. There you go. Yeah, Grid Legends. So let's flip over to the trailer for that. This is the first Grid game that has been published by EA since they acquired Codemasters. So, but they started developing it before they were acquired. So, not much has changed really for this one. It'll be interesting to see if things do change for future Codemasters games, or if they even bother to continue with this series. I think they have already announced another Grid though since this one. I could be mistaken, but I thought they had fairly recently. It might have been DLC or expansion content for this one, I expect. So yeah, I've put a decent number of hours into this one, and while I think it is a big improvement over the last one, which was just called Grid, I still don't think it's quite as good as the early ones, Grid 1 and 2 and Autosport on the 360. There's just something that feels a bit lacking from these recent ones compared to the classic ones. I don't know what it is really. I've been focusing on the career mode, which at the default setting is a bit easy to play really, and a bit dull. So maybe that's where I'm going wrong. If I delved into the campaign. When I said career before, I meant story. If I delve into the sort of campaign mode instead, if I do the campaign instead and dial up the difficulty a little bit, turn off some of the assists, I might find it a more enjoyable experience. So I need to do that and maybe play with people online. But anyway, yeah, that's Grid. So the next thing is also a fairly recent game, and one that I haven't spent any time with yet, and that's Lex II or Lex II, or I don't know how you pronounce that really, but let's have a look. So I do have LX1 in my collection, which I haven't played seriously yet. Of course, this is the follow-up. It's supposed to be quite extensively improved over the original, which I did mess around with the first one when I first got it, and I quite liked it. It's a sort of it's an RPG, and it's by the same people that made the Risen series and the Gothic series as well. I think the early ones, and I have quite liked their stuff in the past, because it gives you interesting choices about which faction you join up with and stuff like that. So I think this delivers more of the same. It's a bit more action based though in terms of the combat, and the sort of the major addition to this one is the jetpack that you get to use. There's a little bit of it there. So yeah, it's sort of a bit like Anthem, I suppose, but more free and open world, and well, generally better than Anthem ever was, I think. And yeah, it will remind people of Iron Man, of course, flying around with the jetpack. So yeah, not sure exactly when I'll get to these games. I do want to play LX1 before I play LX2, so it could be a considerable amount of time before I get to this one, but it is one that I do want to play. So yeah, let's move on to the next. So now I have 2 Monkey Ball games. So I'll just show, yeah, here's the first one. This is Banana Mania, and this was a new original entry into the series. So let's have a look at this. So yeah, Banana Mania came out a couple of years ago now, and it's new content really. So new single player stages, a bunch of new mini games. That some of it is returning stuff like Monkey Target, but they always sort of change things up between every game and make it feel or play differently compared to the previous ones. So I don't think they've ever made a version of Monkey Target as good as the first game since then, but some of them have been alright. I haven't really had a chance to play this one in multiplayer yet, but I have played some of the campaign for this one and the other one I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, and the campaign mode is pretty good. It's more of the same old Monkey Ball, really. None of the analog sticks on the modern consoles are quite as nice as that analog stick on the GameCube in terms of sort of precision and fidelity, really, of those Monkey Ball games. So they've never been quite as good as the original two Monkey Balls on the GameCube, I don't think. But this is a decent stab at a new modern entry in the series. And as you could probably surmise from the trailer, you can play as Sonic and I think Ryu from Yakuza. Yeah. So let's switch back. So the other one is Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. This game was originally a Wii game, which I did have. It was quite an early game, in fact. I think it was a launch title. And it originally had almost 50 mini games, I think, multiplayer games. And in this version, they've completely changed the multiplayer mode, really. They've taken out most of the games and just left about 10, which is probably for the better, because a lot of those multiplayer modes weren't great. So yeah, they've just sort of brought back some of the better ones. Even some of these aren't too great, but they're better than they were. There's the target mode, and the stages are brought over from the Wii version, but given an HD facelift. So it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind it. But that's all for those, really. And now I'm on to the 360 stuff. So I've got two Bond games to start with. The first one is 007 Legends. So, yes, haven't put this game in and tried it yet, but I think the reviews weren't very kind to it. They were saying it was a sort of cash-in, really, on the Bond name, and not too great, but it was really cheap. I think about £3 or so. So I have picked it up and I'm going to give it a chance. And this is a bunch of sort of greatest hits moments from various Bond films. We saw Telly Savalas back there from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and there's bits of Moonraker, and The Spy Who Loved Me. Yeah. Oh, and Die Another Day. I don't know why that one's in there, because that's one of the worst Bond films ever made. And there's bits of Skyfall in there too. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and wait till I've actually played it to see if it's good or not. But I'm not expecting amazing things from it, but it looks alright from the trailer at least. Yeah, they have, for the most part, they've picked worthy Bond films to base it on, but with the exception of Die Another Day, because that was utter shite. I think it's probably my least favourite of all the Bond movies ever. So, anyway, that's that one. Let's. So the other Bond game I got was the Quantum of Solace game. So let's just have a look at that one too. So I don't think this one had great reviews either, to be honest. I think it was more of the same sort of thing. And this one isn't just stuff from Quantum of Solace. It also incorporates Casino Royale story and settings as well. Oh, well, somebody said it was the best Bond game since GoldenEye, but I'm not sure I believe that really. But as you can see, it's got a fairly decent facsimile of Daniel Craig there. Yeah, so I'll let you know once I've had a chance to play this one as well. I've also got Bloodstone. I've had that for a while, but haven't really mucked about with it too much. And the interesting thing about Bloodstone is it was the last game by Bizarre Creations, so it's a shame they went under after that, because I would have liked to have seen a sequel to Blur or more Project Gotham, but it's not to be, unfortunately. But yeah, it has got multiplayer, but I don't know if anyone will still be playing that. I highly doubt it. Let's just switch back and then have a look at the last game. So the final thing is a racing game called Nailed, and this is by Techland, the people who make Dying Light and Dead Island and stuff like that. So let's have a look at the trailer. So yeah, this is a sort of ATV slash dirt bike racing game. I think this is either the follow-up or the one before another game called Mad Races or something like that. I can't remember exactly what that's called, but the other one was a download-only game that I've got on the Xbox 360, and this one did get a physical release, as you just saw. And yeah, I think they dialed up the sort of crazy side of this one a little bit. I've played it before, because I've got this on the PC, I think, because it was part of a Steam bundle that I got, but I've decided to pick up the physical version for the Xbox with all this credit that I got. Yeah, I do like a good arcade racer, and yeah, this is a decent one. You can see they were sort of hinting at it being like MotorStorm or Pure at the start of the trailer, and yeah, it's sort of that sort of game really. But anyway, that's it. Let's just switch back to Big Dave and do the end of the video now. So now that's it. That we've done everything for June, which took 4 weeks because there was a ton of stuff. I can promise you now that July's stuff won't nearly be as much. I think it'll only be one part based on what I've got so far. I might add 1 or 2 more things over the next week, but it won't be anything major. So I think I've got 5 things on the pile, and I'm expecting 1 more thing to arrive on Monday or around then. So yeah, it won't be a massive long series of videos next time, but anyway, thank you for watching once again. I'll see you on the next one, and in the meantime, take care.